Hello, my name is Kirsty and I am a human being, but you may call me Superpook and abuse me. Wow, not like that.
Be cool, just move with the groove, no funk in here, the beat way too smooth. Let's just do what we came to do, just vibe with it.
Before I explain that introduction, I hope you do watch this gameplay. I know a lot of people just listen to the commentaries, but for this one I was so excited playing this game I nearly wet myself. It's a knife only gameplay in which I go 59 for 9 with a swarm, double dogs and 3 VSATs. The opposing team were not great, they were using weapons that made them ideal opponents for knife only gameplay, and it was hijacked, so you know, swarms for days. This is easily my best knife only game to date, easily. Right, so the purpose of that little introduction was essentially to summarise this entire video. It's about why YouTube has made me possibly more cynical and definitely more willing to cut people off. And by the end of this video, I'm going to have convinced you that this is a good thing. To explain, although I use the name Superpook when I make videos and when I game, I don't have like a big barrier between me and the people I engage with online. That's because firstly, Pook is a nickname for me in real life, not just online. And secondly, I don't commentate using a character or put on an act, I'm just me. I'm expressing my real thoughts. You know, I don't contrive opinions to troll people or to get any kind of effect. I'm just talking. Also, I don't hide my face from anyone, so you all know what I look like, how I roll, and that I'm just me. No inventions, no persona, no drama. YouTube for me is about self-expression. It's a platform for me to blog my thoughts and get a few interesting discussions with like-minded, interesting people. That's you people. It's also, it's a tool for me to make funny videos, to make people laugh, but again, that's all done as me, not as a character. So if you don't find it funny, it's me who fails, not some persona. Different people have a different approach to YouTube because of what they want to get out of it. Some people, like me, use it for self-expression. We like to talk to people, we like people to listen to us and to start a discussion. We like making people think and or laugh. Channels like Fated Lime, Mufta, Fredo, or the better Let's Play channels like Armed with Controllers, they're about the people who make the videos and their personality. Other channels are based on tips and tricks, gaming news, facts, gun comparisons, that kind of thing. So it's less about them and more about the information they're passing on. And obviously a lot of channels kind of fall into a mix somewhere between these two. And making YouTube videos are going to affect these different types of channel differently. So for the second group, the factual channels, they're much less vulnerable to criticism from their audience because their personality and their thoughts are not being held up for assessment in their videos. Similarly, they may have less of a bond with their subscribers. They'll see them as someone they pass information on to rather than someone they're opening up to or opining to. So it's not so much about dialogue as it is about a monologue with those channels. With that comes more insulation and less vulnerability, but also I would think less engagement. It's a balance. It's less emotionally rewarding, but it's less emotionally damaging. To break it down, because I don't have a persona and because my videos are very much about me, I have less of a divide between me and the people I interact with online. So I talk with you in the video in my mind, and then I talk with you in the comments. I make myself open to interaction, and so I make myself vulnerable to abuse. Sometimes people forget that the people making content on YouTube are actually human beings. We all know that anonymity on the internet allows people to be total and utter willy heads. They're disparaging, they're aggressive, they're boring, they're generic. And so if you do make videos on YouTube, you have to take a lot of random angry jism from lonely men with mummy issues in the main. And it doesn't stop there. It's not just the viewers. You also have to deal with other YouTubers who are angry at you because they don't think you deserve your subs, whatever that means. Perhaps they think you've only grown because you got shout-outs, conveniently ignoring the fact that if your channel was a bag of dog arse, you wouldn't have impressed someone enough to get a shout-out, or that if you have the personality of a wet flannel, you wouldn't have gained any subscribers from that shout-out. Or maybe they don't like your channel is only COD, or only Let's Plays, or only Battlefield. They don't like that game, they don't like it. Their anger at your success on YouTube makes their relationship with you impossibly bitter, and it's entirely irrational because, to be honest, they just shouldn't watch the videos if they don't like them. YouTube is not an obligation, it's a form of media, and media is about finding an audience. It is not about forcing an audience to watch out of duty. Once people start doing that, the relationship is completely tainted. It's forced, it's technically, what's the word, icky. If anyone watches my videos because they think they have to, for networking or whatever bollocks, please don't. I don't mind. I don't watch other people's videos so that they'll watch mine. I watch them because I'm interested, because I like them. And if you're watching YouTube out of obligation, you're just being selfish, really, aren't you? Because you're thinking only of that person returning the favour to you. It's like having a conversation with someone and you can tell that they're only waiting for you to stop talking so they can reply and get their point across. They're not actually listening to you. So, you have the trolls on your channel, abusing you because they hide behind a persona while you don't. You have the vulnerability of opening up yourself to criticism, and you have the hostility of other content creators, whether it's open hostility or hidden behind a wall of passive aggression. So you have to make a wall to survive this intact. You have to build up a bit of a defence. And for me, that has been a willingness to cut people off, to end relationships on Twitter or YouTube with people who fall into these categories. Now, I told you I was going to convince you that this is a good thing. Here's why. If you continue to try and talk to people who are needlessly, boundlessly critical of your work or of you, then all you're doing is trying to shore up your own self-esteem. And in the process of that, you're making your self-esteem weaker. These people don't like you, or they don't like your videos, for whatever reason. That's fine, let them. Not everyone agrees in the world, not everyone likes the same music, the same games, the same TV, the same jokes. Different strokes for different folks. Do not try and win these people around, just end the dialogue. If you try and make them like you, if you try and convince them, that means you're acknowledging that you have to prove yourself worthy of them, that you're not good enough. That's not true. You are good enough. It's just that they don't get you. They're not on the same wavelength, whatever. It's not a crime. But if they can't see that, then you need to end the dialogue. Remove the comment from your page. Stop following them on Twitter. Don't respond to debate. Just end it. Don't be afraid to be strong and to be self-confident enough to move on from the critics. It is not about you. It is about them. It's not being cold. It's not being misanthropic. It's just being a grown-up. You have to acknowledge we all operate on different wavelengths. Move on, end the relationship, be an adult. Keep your portcullis down for those who are willing to come to the party. Open the trapdoor, into the moat for those knobs who are standing outside complaining about your choice of music. It's your fucking party. I hope that's clear. This was a huge subject. Hopefully I've got through it before the gameplay's run out. If not, there'll be some random pictures of sheep, who knows. Thank you if you stuck it out to the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe and favourite my ass. Bye! Oh my god, why can't I say that?